that is 2 inches long and a half a centimeter thick. I'll tell you that much.
I'm glad you filled that in with leather belt when you said to. Anyway,
Hey, you need to stop now.
we're live.
Hey, how y'all doing, America? It's
What's going
wonderful to
on,
see
people?
you again. Um, I'm JC.
I'm Jay Peeps, and we've got a wonderful show for you this evening. We got a little bit of news where people kind of pointed out their destinations without knowing they were on live TV. Got a couple ads that left, and we got some playoff action.
Anyway, so listen, let me break this down real presidential with y'all. So you know, if y'all got comments that y'all want to say, I know we didn't say that last time for certain reasons, but
Yeah.
if y'all got comments that y'all want to say, don't forget to say them, and we'll answer them and anything like that. And we're always here for you guys. All right, I'm done.
Always, always. I'm excited for
Um,
tonight, man. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this. Last week was a great interview with Coach KJ Black. We appreciate him. This week is going to be an awesome episode. Y'all stay tuned.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is JP.
This is the Bug.
this is JC,
This is Flash. This is Denny Hendricks.
And you are listening to
And you are listening to
and you're listening to.
And you're listening to the Run and Gun Podcast.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we bring to you the baddest, the baddest podcasting sports show in the land. Why? Because we cover HBCU sports like none other. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you J Peeps and I bring you JC. We bring you the Run and Gun Podcast.
Let's
I
work.
like that. That give me
Let's
hype.
work.
Let's do this.
Let's
Oh
work.
my god.
So first thing we got is we got the SWAC baseball championship between Southern and Jackson State. Now I don't know if y'all saw the record
got
that
you.
Jackson State had. You saw this.
I got you. I got
Okay.
you. I saw this.
Okay.
I saw this. I was on top of this.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
got it. Listen, so Southern is losing. Top of the ninth. 6-4.
Mhm.
Bring in three batters. Three batters. And then seal it with Enrique Ozoa coming in to close on three batters. Shut down on the dudes.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. It was amazing. It was great. Beautiful game.
Yep.
Wonderful.
The crazy thing about it too was Jackson State was 31-8 going into the tournament with one conference loss to Grambling. They were literally right there on the doorstep of getting in to the NCAA tournament, and then just had it snatched away like that by Southern. So now Southern will go on to represent the SWAC in college for college baseball. I don't know if the committee is going to look at Jackson State and say they deserve it based on their record, but if we kind of know how things work with these lower tier conferences, I hate to say it like that, but the truth, I don't see Jackson State really getting in.
I have a question, and I don't know if we can look this up in the background real quick, but do they play less games or the same amount of games as larger conferences?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would assume it's the same amount, but everyone's been different this year because of COVID, especially in the early stages of the season. So I don't believe so, but I do know also everyone's tournaments and like championships have been happening at a different time because like given of course the SEC is still going right now because they just have more members in that conference. They got 14 teams. And you got the two conferences like the MEAC who just wrapped up as well with Norfolk State winning theirs. and then you've got the Atlantic.
Some of them are happening this week, this weekend, and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But congratulations to Southern. Good job.
Yeah.
You did it. You did the tournament thing where anything can happen. You got the upset.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
I like their uniforms. I'm not gonna lie. I like their
I don't
uniforms.
really be digging baby blue like that. Yeah, it's a preference.
You should watch a Royals game.
Yay, Houston Oilers. Yay, Houston Oilers.
Oh no, the Houston Oilers is different though.
That's the uniform that needs to come back too.
I'm
But,
a Campbell fan, so it's different.
Norfolk State also won the MEAC tournament after an 11th inning walk-off against North Carolina Central 7-6. So now the Spartans are in the NCAA tournament as well.
Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be interesting trying to see these teams play and hopefully represent their conference. The MEAC is, yeah. But you know, it's wonderful to see. Wonderful to see some representation going on. You know, we're waiting on the college football playoffs to, you know, take a page out of, you know, this tourney book. You know, just saying.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Also, too, you know, you had Lynn Thompson, who's Bethune-Cookman's athletic director. He is stepping down as well after really, God, I'll tell you the truth. That man's been the athletic director of Bethune-Cookman since
they had the coach that used to walk around with his chest out. Yeah, Alvin Wyatt.
Yeah, he's been around since I want to say the Wyatt era began. So
darn,
he was. Yeah, like it's.
Wasn't that back when Mary McLeod was still around?
Stop. But I mean, look, I'll be honest with you. I think like he's the one that kind of has really helped Bethune-Cookman build into this juggernaut that they are. Not juggernaut. They were a juggernaut for a hot minute, but this power that doesn't seem to go with the night. Say again. Well, who is it?
Quick trivia fact. The reason why I kind of support Bethune-Cookman, I have ties to Bethune-Cookman through its founder, Mary McLeod Bethune. She was the little sister and roommate to my great-grandmother, Agalina Richardson, who took her in at Barba Scotia and kind of helped her rearing her in her collegiate years until my great-grandmother graduated and Mary McLeod Bethune went on to become who she was.
That's cool.
I like that.
And it's actually true.
You had to, you know, dust off your shoulders on us real quick with that one. But okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Y'all can't see me, but I'm still dusting my shoulders off this one.
Yeah, Lynn Thompson, he leaves a legacy at Bethune-Cookman. He, like
good
I said,
or bad?
look, good. Honestly, look,
Good.
I mean, he's
Wonderful.
He's part of the reason I can honestly say that they are literally the Oregon of the FCS level. If you look at all the uniforms that they have, all the helmets they have, he literally saw Bethune-Cookman go from the outhouse to being one of the top teams. Like, there was a time when the Florida Classic used to be like the FAMU Invitational, and it was always, you know,
just about the bands.
Nah, I'll be honest. It got to a point where it's like, okay, how many points is FAMU going to win by? And then under his leadership, finding coaches and sticking with the process, it became, you know, all right, we have a chance.
So he started after they went to Orlando, after the Classic left Tampa.
Yes, I believe he came in '97 with.
Well, you
Wyatt.
said 20 years. That means he came in around 2000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, like I said, they've captured a decent amount of MEAC championships in football and other sports under his watch.
With his entire career, right, spanning and all athletics, total number of 71 championships.
Woo!
That's
Yeah.
a lot. That's
telling you.
absolutely a legacy right there. That's something to lead right there.
It's true. That's why I'm honest. I say it honestly. Look, good luck filling that position.
I'll take the job. I'll take the job.
I'll take
You go ahead. Put your papers in.
When's
Put
he
y'all
stepping
papers in.
down? Has he stepped down yet?
It's coming soon.
If y'all can help us, we want to get him on for an interview. Anybody listening? Anybody watching? Help us get in touch with him. We want to get him on for an interview.
That's great thinking. I do love that. Yes.
Yeah. The other thing too, former Alabama State AD Jennifer Williams, she's joining the Team USA Basketball Foundation as the Chief Development Officer. So she's stepping down at Alabama State.
Wow.
I ain't gonna lie, she
Can we
left
get a
her.
round of applause for this black excellence that's going on here? We got a
They're
round
leaving.
of applause thing.
I mean,
It's
honestly,
still black excellence.
that's a huge
It's still
stepping
black
stone.
excellence. Come on now.
That's a huge stepping stone for her. To be honest,
At any
she's
point.
she's the USA Basketball Foundation. Like, she joins the USA Basketball Foundation as Chief Development Officer. Like, that's
major.
pretty good. Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's pretty big.
At any
But I mean,
point, despite these people leaving, it's still a great thing. She's leaving to go to a larger platform, right? He's leaving and having this great legacy left behind him. These are still great things. Despite that, you still gotta give it a little clap. That's all I'm
Definitely.
saying.
Definitely. We support you all. We salute you for the excellence
Yes.
and the time that you've given.
Most definitely.
Well said.
I will say one thing for the people, like, literally, I want to say about 15 minutes up the road here in Volusia County, y'all need to find someone as good or better than Lynn Thompson, and that's not going to be easy.
Wait a couple years and you can hire Dion.
Oh my! I don't even want to. Oh no! Oh no! We are
Hey!
not touching that.
You're inside the Run and Gun podcast with JC and J Peeps at Penalty Talk on Twitter.
All right, we in the second quarter. I don't know if y'all saw Undisputed, but Julio Jones got a phone call from Shannon Sharp, and I really feel like after watching Pat McAfee's show, I don't think Julio knew he was on live TV because the Falcons are hot. Julio's people are hot about this. So everyone's pointing out, like, where's Julio going to go next? So I'm look, hey,
He ain't going to Atlanta. He ain't going to be in Atlanta.
We know that much. Look, for me, it's either Baltimore, New England.
Baltimore! Go to Baltimore.
Oh, we don't
Go
want
to
to hear
Baltimore.
that.
Go to
We don't
Baltimore.
want to hear that.
Come on. Come on.
I will say,
Huh?
we ain't trying to hear this Baltimore thing. I will say, Shannon Sharp, at Shannon Sharp, whatever I got to do, that was a little bit of, that was a bit crooked.
That was cheap.
Don't do that. Don't
yeah.
do that.
Hey,
Like,
what-
I understand the antics better than anyone, right? But there are certain things you probably shouldn't do if you got numbers like that.
Yeah, you're not. And then see, here's the other thing too. The lady that actually like kind of is the host in the background, like our producer, she even told him.
Yeah.
She told him, tell him
Make
he's
sure.
on live too. She told him to
He
say
wasn't
that.
saying that.
Hey, quick
Exactly.
question. What were those trucks that drove in the middle of the night and moved the Colts out of Baltimore?
Oh, Sunflower.
Right. They go into Baltimore too, Julio. Get a hold of one. We'll get your stuff moved right in.
Oh Lord, we not touching this. We not touching this. New England.
I know.
That's all
I know
I'm
which
gonna
one
say.
he voted. I know which one he voted for on that poll.
New England.
Honestly, hey, New England.
No.
Some people are saying New England. Somebody said Tennessee. Put him with
I'm gonna
AJ
be
Brown.
honest with you. It makes more sense for Tennessee. New England doesn't really make sense
But
because
see, here's the other thing too. He said he wants to play with Cam Newton.
I feel that, but Cam Newton may not be there next year, dog.
That's true too. That's true.
Listen, just because he says things like that, y'all act like dude don't have a head on his shoulders and he don't understand how the NFL works. He's on a 1-year deal, and they just drafted a quarterback in the first round. Like,
Bum-ba-dee-da, 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 bum.
He said, nah, man, I ain't going to Dallas. I'm trying to go somewhere where I can win.
exactly. Everybody know Dallas. This is a wash year for Dallas anyway.
That was the funniest thing.
Zach Wilson.
No, not the Jets.
Hey,
No.
look, I'm gonna say this other thing too. I want to know how JC feel about this because it's two sides to this coin with JC. Richard Sherman says Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't get enough credit.
Got too much cash.
Can I get hold on, I got this. Can I get like a silence on all fronts for a second here? Let me just pipe that. That is the absolute most complete crap I've ever heard of in my life. He gets too much credit. Thank you. Now, first of all, what happened to the man they was calling Jimmy the G? Right?
It's a great day, baby. Yeah.
Now he's Jimmy, get on the bench. Am I correct or incorrect when I say this? He is Jimmy, get on the bench. Jimmy has not been healthy. Jimmy has not played up to his big money contract. And Jimmy is now being replaced with a younger, newer, faster, probably better. We haven't really seen a lot of them model.
Oh, George Kittle said he's the best rookie he's ever seen.
Well, look at that. Crazy, right? Look how you go from Jimmy Garoppolo to that. Say it with me, guys. You went from Jimmy Garoppolo to the best rookie you've ever seen.
That's coming a lot
Make
from
it make
someone
sense,
that's
Richard Sherman.
and you.
I don't want to challenge Richard Sherman because I don't want to get like added or fought or something. He's too tall. He out of my height range. But
He's got bad Achilles. You can work around him.
Throw some water at his braids. He'll stop.
you said Achilles. I don't know why you making a face. You wrong.
No. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
That-
Oh, wow.
That was messed up what he said.
Wow.
You said mess with his Achilles. That's messed up. That's wrong. That's
But
dirty wrong.
he is an expert. He's going to be a chiropractor. He's an expert.
I mean, I'm not gonna
Don't touch
lie.
me. Don't touch me. But
I'm not gonna lie. One of his legs is probably shorter than the other.
wow,
That could be
I'm
wrong.
not trying to hear all this. Oh my goodness.
Especially if he got 3 legs. Yeah. Well,
What?
Whoa, wait. Well,
keep going. Keep going. Just keep going.
yeah,
Just keep going.
keep on rolling.
Zach Wilson.
Said his
Zach.
starting job must be earned in New York.
By who? Who's there?
Exactly. I know. That's the thing. So I'm like, look, you're going to be thrown into the fire, but I guess he's kind of using this as motivation to prepare himself to
get
work
hit?
as if. Yeah, but I was gonna say work as if he's not the starter. That way, he's like more hungry. I don't know what he's
back on the field.
He ain't gonna be hungry. They're gonna give him a steady diet of defensive linemen.
Oh Lord. You know what? I can agree with that because there's nobody in New York. We know this. What's out there in the vast concrete jungle? Who's their second quarterback?
Ooh.
Joe Namath.
Who's their second quarterback? Who
can actually
you know
like
what?
bend over and take a
Actually
snap?
play.
Wait a minute. What? Did you what?
He can't play.
Someone actually bend over. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Okay, we gotta be careful how we say stuff on this show. Okay.
Joe Namath cannot play currently in the NFL.
He can unretire.
Good luck.
Wait, I thought you can't because he's already in the Hall of Fame. I thought you can't.
Technically, you kind of can, because I mean, honestly, if there's anyone that's really crazy enough to go back, who's in the Hall of Fame now, it's Jerry Rice.
This is a next week thing. I like this. We need to look this up.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
just do this separately so then we can talk about that next
I
week.
mean,
I'm
look,
curious.
Jerry Rice and Brett Favre, those are 2 people I know that would be willing to still do it.
Be willing, but they can't do it, bro. That's why they were on that Copper Fit commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this feels good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brett Favre.
Favre.
It's funny. The other thing too is the NFL Players Association chief says players are better off skipping voluntary off-season workout. He says, and I quote, I think that what we're seeing now is for the first time players exercising their voice to say no. And frankly, it's probably one of the few times that coaches have ever heard players say no. And for some players, it's probably the first time they've said no to their coach.
I can understand it because they are professionals, right?
Yeah.
And so, as a professional, what you would think is that they would be able to take care of their body without forcing them to go to voluntary workouts, where you're not
Of course.
necessarily, doing anything per se. Um, I can agree with it, but that's easier said for bigger players.
Of
Right?
course.
Bigger players who can afford to go work out in some super big gym and stuff like that.
Players who know they're going to start regardless.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, that's you're seeing it now kind of in Tampa. I mean, Bruce Arians said everyone who needs to be here is here. But then you got Brady and all the receivers working out at the Yankees facility, and I would assume it's like that anywhere else.
Well, that's what's happening in Green Bay.
Oh
right?
yeah,
Now, we know what's happening with Aaron Rodgers and the Packers organization, right? He does not like the front office. The front office is trying ever so much to get in his good graces.
Did you see
But
all
if
the
you
receivers
noticed,
that-
all the receivers didn't show up, and they went to go work out with him.
Mhm. They left Jordan
Now-
Love and Nick Bortles and all them scraps.
I'm not gonna read too much into it, right? And I'm not gonna say, oh, this is their stance with it, right?
Yeah, I
But
don't
you're
think it's
also seeing that in other places too, right? Players don't necessarily want to just go to the workouts like that.
Yeah,
It's
'cause they're
okay.
voluntary.
You're watching the Run and Gun podcast at Penalty Talk on Twitter.
So now
I
for
kinda
the
like that.
yeah, I do too. For the NBA, I don't know if y'all saw it, but the opening round of the playoffs, John Morant, he did what he had to do against the Warriors. He put the final nail in the coffin on them in their building, I believe. I came away impressed. I was like, oh, okay.
Now you're impressed. Now you're
I mean, I knew he was going to be a baller regardless.
we weren't impressed last year when he was doing work.
He was doing work, and then didn't he get injured? Unfortunately.
I'm just saying, y'all want to talk about impressiveness now. Y'all wasn't talking about it then when the impressiveness was starting.
I mean, I remember the impressiveness at Murray State. It was Marquette. Yeah, it was Marquette.
Oh my God!
Marquette.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, his rookie year, I like the Grizzlies though. I like them. Would a healthy Klay Thompson be a significant difference? Absolutely for the Warriors.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I don't think the Warriors would have had to work their way in like they had to had Klay Thompson been healthy.
down the stretch there was a heavy reliance on Steph Curry. I mean, super heavy. So I mean, yeah, I guess it's the NBA. Superstars run it, right? But we also saw that in another team who didn't exactly make it as far as they wanted to. LeBron with the Cavs back in the day, early LeBron. And it was just him. Well, just him. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
Klay Thompson, straight shooter. Is he Hall of Fame? Probably. That's all I got.
Yeah. The other one I'll say too is that Miami-Milwaukee series going back to last year. That is a fun series to watch. I don't know what it is, but it always goes down to the wire. Now, I don't know what in the world happened last night with those two. I hope that was just like a minor hiccup, but I'm expecting Game 3 to be a more competitive game. I don't know.
I will say this in the words of someone from our group chats. Miami was a bubble fraud.
Oh my gosh! Are you really? Are you really?
Sir,
Oh my gosh! Are you really?
I'm really gonna quote him.
I
and
can't
he'll
believe. I'm not even upset. I'm just surprised at the fact that you actually quoted him, and you don't do that often.
word for word, bar for bar,
I'm
his whole
surprised.
flow. Miami was a bubble fraud. And you know what? I said it too, dang it. I
I'm
said
so
it because
surprised.
Milwaukee probably should have won
I'm so
if it wasn't for
surprised.
that stoppage. Am I correct or am I incorrect? Y'all know.
I hope that man watching right now. I really
I
do.
hope he is. He better be watching, actually.
That's so.
But
So. The other thing too is the Suns and the Lakers series. That one's actually proven to be pretty interesting. It's going back to Los Angeles for Game 3 on Thursday night. It's tied up at 1-1 apiece. I'm not gonna lie, I like the Suns, but you know it's the playoffs, and I'm looking at LeBron, and I'm like, regardless of what seed he's in, he's gonna show up and give it his all, regardless.
give it his all. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I wish I could have submitted that video of that flop.
Yeah.
I wish. I should go ahead. Who had the dough? Bring him in.
Question: Is LeBron the NBA darling, and does that lead to another championship?
You know what? Charles Barkley said something about this. Because he said the NBA does not have the balls to fine or suspend LeBron.
I can agree with that.
I
COVID
agree.
protocol. Yeah.
I agree. I fully agree because I'm like, look, you're not going to suspend your moneymaker. Let's be honest. If LeBron is not on the floor, the Lakers are probably down 2-0 right now to the Suns.
I'm gonna ask you this question: Do you think the NBA is not gonna make as much money without LeBron? They've made money since its inception, so they would have somebody else they can make money off of just as much money as LeBron. So what else is there that keeps LeBron so endeared to the NBA?
Chasing the ghost of Jordan, I think.
Hmm?
I'd say chasing the ghost of Jordan.
How does that help the NBA?
No, I'm saying that's what people want to see. They want to see him chase Jordan's ghost and try to capture 6, 7, or more.
But no one, everybody knows that it's not even. If you believe in a thing like that, right?
A lot of people do.
Then you think, oh, no matter what, LeBron ain't gonna have it.
Who's got more rings than Jordan since Jordan won his 6th?
Bill Russell.
Yeah.
Since Jordan won his 6th.
Oh, nobody. The closest is
Robert Horry.
Robert Horry, yeah.
Robert Horry got 3 with the Lakers, 2 with Houston, and 2 with San Antonio.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, no one talks about him. That's kind of like that thing with Charles Haley for a while.
I think the big thing with LeBron and the NBA, right? It's the face.
Yes.
It's not the Jordan ghost thing. It's the face. Now, say what you want, say whatever, right? LeBron is the face of the NBA.
But why?
Why?
You guys are missing the big picture.
What's the why?
If LeBron got banned from the NBA, he'd still be worth more tomorrow than he is today. Because he's seated in so many outside investments to where his money's working for him. And he can go to another organization, another league, as long as he can still play, and he's going to command the same dollar and the same attention. And the NBA can't afford to have that happen. Really look at how much money LeBron makes outside of the NBA. And I'm not talking about with his shoe contract. I'm talking about other ones, because the reason why Jordan was indebted to the NBA was his money at the time was tied to his performance. LeBron's money is not just tied to his performance.
That's true too. I would say because I will say Jordan added an international culture to the game. LeBron does bring his own flair to the game as well. You know, like with his schools and everything like that. His community work.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's the threat of LeBron going to another league because it would LeBron really go to another league?
I said if the NBA
if they just suspended him.
But the threat is there. Yes, he could. You know how much China would give him? Do you know how much Italy would give him? You know how much, Australia would give him? They would break their own bank to bring him there. And now he becomes a global standard rather than just a global NBA standard. He gives credence to the other leagues that people are currently playing in and trying to get to the NBA. And it doesn't matter how much he makes, even though he's going to make way more. It doesn't matter because he's leaving. They kick him out. He's leaving at the top of his game. And he's got so many investments that even if he couldn't play in another league, he's still making more than anybody in the NBA.
But I wouldn't say this is about kicking him out, though.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you suspend him, and he gets that upset, and he's like, "I'm not coming back." I'm just saying the NBA is very easy on how they deal with him. But I'm sorry, this is your show.
That's a high extreme for me. That LeBron would just get so mad because he was suspended that he just jumped to another league. And I understand what you're saying about the money umbrella, right, with the league. But the NBA, it still has other faces, right? It still has the good graces of the Olympics, right? Showing that this is where the best ball is played.
Take a look at one thing for me. What do you see changing in the NBA right before your eyes? And it's been happening since Manu Ginobili. It's been happening.
Of international players.
It's been happening since Steve Kerr, John Paxson, John Stockton, Steve Nash, Jeff Hornacek, Jason Williams.
I mean, what, shooters? More three-pointers?
The color of them.
Oh, yeah, white. Well,
so now because in the 80s when Reagan was president, you had a contingent from China that came over and said, "We love your NBA. It gives the black athletes someplace to go." This truly happened. You can look it up. This truly happened. And since then, they were on a pattern of how to change the face of the NBA. Are these all good players? They're great players. You got great players on every continent. They're trying to change the faces of the NBA. So if you have a LeBron who leaves and goes to another country to play, that kind of hurries up your mission and kind of puts it out there for people who can't see it. Now, I'm not saying he will. It is extreme. But do they want to take that chance? I'm sorry. You're watching the Run and Gun Podcast at Penalty Talk on Twitter.
Oh, that was good.
We have to argue about this another time.
Yeah. So now we're on hot topics. There's something else that was interesting as well. And
hot topics.
Really, I believe it was 11 straight. It's not even 10 straight anymore. The Rays have won 11 straight games. They are at the cream of the crop with the Red Sox in one of two of the toughest divisions in Major League Baseball as it stands right now. And they're doing this with what? A limited amount of money to work with compared to the other teams in their division and in the league, really.
I would limited amount of money?
Because I'm going to read it off like this. The payrolls in the American League East, the Yankees have $201 million. The Red Sox have $189 million. The Blue Jays have 141 million, and the Rays are working with 62 million.
Cheap.
So they're just not.
Right.
They're
They
just
never
not
spend
spending
money.
that money.
Right. They never spend
They-
money.
Right.
And it's
Yeah, we know they never spend money.
yeah,
That's
because
why
they. I
they're-
mean, hey,
not
look, I
spending
mean,
money,
they,
right?
they just let Willie
That's-
Adamas go.
I was gonna say
There's no cap in the baseball.
yes, it is. It's a
Right.
luxury
There is?
luxury tax. Yes,
Yeah.
but the Rays will never even get a quarter of the way there.
Yeah, never.
You let your World Series ace go.
Yeah.
You just
Which
pull
was
somebody
crazy.
out the farm system and bring somebody else up. That's just sorry.
But
I'm
I-
gonna stay out of this.
I'm not gonna lie though, the way that they like just go out and find guys and have been making this work has been impressive.
And I will say it is impressive no matter how much crap we give the Rays because they never spend any money and they won't move to actual Tampa.
I'm not gonna lie.
But this is
See,
hurting them. This is hurting them because who can you latch onto as a fan? Who can you latch onto and wear their jersey and be like rooting for them every year? Who? Because as soon as they get good, if you're not Evan Longoria, as soon as they get good, they go somewhere else to get paid. I'm sorry. Okay, but you
I
asked,
will. That is true. I mean, because I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of guys. There's not a lot of guys. There's a lot of people around here that still to this day. Well, I guess it kind of is a little bit opposite. There's a lot of people here that still walk around here wearing Wade Boggs jerseys and
BJ
Fred
Upton.
I was gonna say BJ Upton. I was gonna say Carl Crawford because he was here for a long time. People still wear like
Carl
Wade
Crawford,
Boggs,
Longoria,
Fred McGriff.
Kiermaier.
Kiermaier, yeah. Now, see, they're going to hold on to Kiermaier because that's the new golden boy. They're going to hold on to him for as long as they can. Because once
But I
Kiermaier,
will say, even
they let
without
Longoria walk.
the keeping of stars, right, when they get good, it's worked as a recent history.
But it hasn't worked. It got you to the World Series, but
Twice.
you can't get more than 10,000 people to come see a game.
See, and that's the other problem, and I blame Stu Sternberg and
Even
the mayor.
with that argument, there's still declining rates of baseball attendance everywhere. Still, the Rays have other things that also go on with them too. It also has to do with stadium placement. It also has to do with other things about feelings about the stadium they play in.
Because I'll be honest with you, from what I've seen, Mayor Jane Castor and the city of Tampa is ready to welcome them. They had a spot picked out for them and everything. And I've even talked to a lot of people. They're like, hey, look, if the Rays were in Tampa, we would go every night.
Listen,
Attendance wouldn't be a problem.
I agree with you that the cheapness is killing their sellability, but the cheapness isn't necessarily killing just their sellability on the players. The cheapness is killing the sellability on the stadium,
But
the location.
answer this
brand,
question.
everything.
When the Lightning played at Tropicana Field, they didn't have an attendance problem.
I mean, when they played at the fairgrounds, they didn't have an attendance problem either.
Right.
I think it's a little bit of that was because of hockey being new in the South.
I'm gonna go with new.
Primarily Florida.
You gave him a way out, J. Peeps, because he was frozen. He was
new. Yeah.
frozen.
I'm gonna
Because
go
I
with
mean,
new.
like,
I was gonna say new, and then I was like, think about it.
Because I mean, like, who would have ever thought, hockey, of a northern sport in Florida? Who would have ever thought? Let's be honest.
Well, they already had one in Dallas. The Minnesota North Stars had moved to Dallas prior to the Lightning getting a franchise here.
True, but I mean, still, like Florida though, of all
Florida,
states, like,
though, yeah,
yeah,
Florida,
like
California, San Jose, LA. I mean, California.
Yeah. But it's new in Florida.
Yeah, it's new in Florida. Like,
Well, they had
when
the
you think-
Panthers already, right?
No, the Panthers came along after Lightning.
You sure?
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
You sure? Because remember, in the late 90s, they were in the Stanley Cup Finals against Colorado when Colorado had Patrick Waugh.
That was in like 96, 95, 96,
So when did the Lightning come along?
1992. Florida Panthers were born a year later in 1993.
Bam. Good job with that information, dog.
No problem. But I will say, we got.
Now that we're on the,
I will say,
now that we're
I
on
will
the
say with this,
NHL.
we saw a hot topic. I will still say though, with this, while we got a minute left, I'm enjoying the Stanley Cup playoffs. I'm enjoying this Battle of the Sunshine State as we talk about it. It's one of the more physical playoff bouts. The one that just ended between the Bruins and the Capitals. I love that because everybody had the Capitals going to this. Everybody had the Capitals going to the conference final.
You know, I always come up with crazy information from all my people. You know, the Bruins looking pretty good. I mean, the goalie stopped, I believe it was 40 out of 41 attempts at goal. That's a sharp number right there. That's that's beautiful. So the Bruins, they're getting stronger and stronger. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, it's looking like they might be able to hang.
I can tell you now, that is one of my teams now to make it to the conference final. I'm not gonna lie, them and the Lightning in the conference final, if the Lightning can get through tonight, would be an interesting matchup because those outside of the Florida Panthers, I think that is one of the more hated teams with the Lightning. Like it's that rivalry is so intense. There's always some type of physicality with that series or whenever those two teams play. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and
since we're in the final 30 seconds, can I take this real quick?
Go ahead.
All right. So listen, if you're one of those NHL fans and you happen to end up at this here point in your life, right? And I'm about to say, go Lightning. We're glad to see you in there.
Go Lightning.
Another one back to back, maybe, like the cover of Lethal Weapon. If you got things to say about the way they handle the cap, you know dang well that everybody does it, and you need to calm down with it, and you need to relax. All right? Cool.
Speaking of, they're already up 1-0 at the end of the first period.
Go Lightning.
All right.
They got the best chant at the end of a game. Talking about Tyler Johnson. We got the best Johnson. We got the best Johnson. We got the best Johnson in the world.
Oh, Lord. Oh,
yeah.
Lord.
But that's the cheer they do.
Thank you so much for joining us.
That's the cheer they do.
I need to go to the Lightning game to clarify this.
You do, because my dad was freaked out when he saw this. Like, oh, this is awesome.
This is awesome. Oh, God. All right. Okay. Thanks for joining us, guys. I'm JC.
I'm J Peeps.
Don't forget to follow us on all of the things down here on the bottom of the screen right here. If you need to talk to us, Flag on the Play Sports at Gmail, Spotify, Penalty Talk, the Run and Gun Podcast, YouTube, Penalty Talk. Don't forget Facebook, Penalty Talk.
Yeah, Facebook, Penalty Talk. Instagram at Throw Flags.
Throw Flags.
Flags.
And I like that.
Wow.
And
that was actually pretty
week.
good.
And we'll see. I don't know. Have fun. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Take us out of here.
Go Lightning.
Go Lightning.
He said, "Go Lightning."
Take us out of here. What are we? Ooh. Oh, what's up? Sorry for the bit of lateness. There's been some technical difficulties, but we are beyond that now.
Yes, sir.
I'm JC.
I'm J Peeps. Welcome to another episode of the Running Podcast.
Wonderful episode for you today. Lots of
An
stuff
amazing
to talk about.
episode.
An amazing episode. Lots of stuff to talk about in the NFL.